Hello viewers, Demon Caillou here, and I feel like it's time to reflect on some things unrelated to the video before it begins. First off, no one's on VidMe, so my following is very tiny, though my videos are receiving a few upvotes, some from that dreaded stalker of mine I refuse to name. I also notice how corporate some fads can get. Look what's happening with fidget spinners. It's a fad that's blown up worldwide. Fuck, eBay's front page advertises them. There are people getting pumped over a goddamn stress reliever. A similar thing happened with 1000 degree burning knife videos, but at least I didn't see people bring them to school. Not saying fidget spinners are dangerous, but they are ADHD friendly. Then there's minions. They're everywhere. You can see them on napkins, candy, Kiss cartoon, and inevitably, it will appear on butt plugs, cause who doesn't like shoving Tic Tacs up their ass? Lastly, I'm in desperate need of another avatar. I've been thinking about using Plucky Duck from Tiny Toons and Clam from Camp Laszlo, but who knows if I will go through to using them. Some pictures of them will be used in this video though. Might make my videos more of a copyright risk though I use stills, but it won't matter to me much, especially on VidMe. If you guys have suggestions, be sure to comment them below. Just a little info, I do not want an action or anime character as an avatar as I feel they are overused. I might use it good someday though. Now it's time for me to get into the video topic, the DeviantArt ranting community. This semi-popular subculture on YouTube has gotten some flack recently, mostly with the user Sav Draws. And I must say, the distaste for people like her is justified. All she really does is smear certain artists, passing it off as critique, but she goes bonkers when you dare criticize her. YouTube Dude 101 and Ponder Sprocket did a great commentary on one of her OC rants, giving me a less positive look at the DeviantArt ranting community. And if this isn't a red flag, one of the major contributors to the DA rant trend, the Fandom Menace, absolutely hates the community. It's filled with both morally correct children that probably use restricted mode on YouTube, now not inherently an issue, some whine whenever a jab at mental disabilities and other malarkey is used. The other side is filled with angsty teenagers saying that someone's art is edgy or cringy, and that's it. Sav Draws fits in the latter. And sometimes when they distance themselves from being a DA ranter, they throw out all the charm that made them popular in the first place and turn into a puppeteer of another community. Deviant cringe. I will be covering some positives and negatives about both sides, and as tradition, name some examples of them. The cops might have tracked you down over robbing from vending machines twice, so I suggest you drink the certified beverage to get out of all of your struggles.
Dr. Thunder. What a ripoff. Skittles.
I should begin on the most popular out of all of the DA ranters, Solar Sands. Overall, I feel like most of his work is decent enough, and there is some entertainment value to be found. Though I do not really understand why he has as many subs as he has. If he had about 50,000, I'd be fine, but nearly 150,000 as of this video feels strange, especially for a DA ranter. I'll explain why I feel like this is weird in a bit. From my experience, I doubt he uses bots. His fanbase still has tons of suck-ups who act like robots or servants to him. I've read recently that the intelligence of YouTube comment sections are some of the lowest out there, near comparable to 4chan. And honestly, I can believe that. I think it's worsened by the slightly obnoxious vibe Solar has. Part of that comes from his attitude, and the other comes from his nasally voice, which I am noticing to sound similar to. God Dougal it, I want it to sound less like a nerd. His annoying personality isn't the only thing that bothers me. Oftentimes, he sounds way too morally correct. What I mean by this is that he goes on boring explanations on why a piece of art is bad. I guess he doesn't want to be called edgy by anyone. Though if you've seen his videos, he has made some suicide and autism jokes before. I'll actually like him more if he had the balls to tell more sensitive jokes, but it feels uncommon. At the same time, I don't want it to take him over like it has for some people, especially in the DA ranting community. As upsetting as it sounds, I doubt he ever will become less vanilla, as when a YouTuber becomes popular, the audience soon gets more control. Which is what happened. In this example, he became more egotistical and even told people to watch his videos of the people who criticized him harshly. You get why I said he was morally correct yet? Even more glorifying is that he sometimes dismisses criticism since he assumes he will automatically be called the neo-Nazi Narrows Q. Methinks the Leafy and Kim complainers really can't handle jokes of any kind. Because of this, no one is allowed to have any character or distinction. And because he is the most popular, people like Feghost and Junkie took his word on things. The difference here is that at least Junkie has more of a personality than just generic critic. This also led to one of the former kings, the Fandom Menace, to be wrongfully attacked by his white knights. It's ironic as TFM already had a bad watch base to begin with. It's like pouring salt in an open wound. It doesn't make it any better. Shit, I thought I was generic. Due to the rise of overly pandering and unoriginal DA critics, it has turned the ranting community into an uninteresting eyesore. No one wants to be involved in a community that doesn't have the audacity to tell a slightly offensive joke, or one that has mudslingers basically calling any piece of art they don't like to be an insult to drawing, and that drawing has rules. Why is it that communities wanting to distance themselves soon get sucked into what they hated? The drawing rules complaint is reminiscent of what the animation community's rules were for characters, comedy, and morals. I myself want to be free of IGWave retards secretly wanting me to become part of their shitty fucking group by changing their standards. No matter what you douchebags do, I will never be a part of it. I want a more diverse and dedicated fanbase. Not one with people who say the same thing every time and mirror what I say. Unless the person I tackled is gone, give the person your own perspective first. So forehand the movie guy, can you please stop trying to suck off to me? Holy fuck, a background in Windows Movie Maker. I can't believe it. Thanks, Pixar. Anyway, I am now going to be getting into the more aggressive side of the community. Personally, this type of video can be done greatly and can sometimes be more enticing. Kind of an oxymoron given it is aggressive. As a matter of fact, most of the DA ranters I watch are in that field. But when doing a critique video, you should focus on your points first and your jokes and insults second. Take someone reviewing this treasure and the only thing said in the video is this. Oh my god, so fucking cringy. Oh my lord, drink bleach, you immature faggot user. I am a mature user, not a gay pedophile. Hope you get diabetes, bitch. Surely you will attract some fans, but if you were deciding to label this as a critique and not a roast, people would think you're going too far. I don't mind a section like that, but I suggest that ranters not milk out insults like a screwball. Something I see both sides have in common with is that they sometimes take art a little too literally. It's beyond bad anatomy or poor color choices, they can complain over the most trivial shit possible. Like if an OC is listed to wear certain clothes, but the reference isn't wearing them. Or if an animal isn't 100% realistic. Don't matter if it's cartoony or intended to be realistic, they'll bitch about it. Now I'm glad some have their standards, but a lot of the lesser known guys don't. Oh wait, I said guys. I realize that may trigger some of the female art reviewers out there. Real talk. Don't get on me for saying those things that aren't remotely sexist. Hell, that seems to be a majority of the DA ranting community. A lot like other fangirl trends, they gush on about these rants and may insult you if you or another artist don't give in to them. Cause God forbid I don't take the criticism you people handed me. Good lord, not even the Neo commentary community does this. As for the Go Anime commentary community, they do it to an even grander scale. But screw it. I'm saving that for a future video. I gotta get to those Neanderthals next time. As if some DA ranters weren't bad enough, there are some that are so lazy that they just use a screen recorder with no editing done whatsoever. I see this primarily in the tryhard ones such as EnderGirl1212. I am fully aware Phantom Menace did this when he did do DA rants, but I at least found some entertainment value in them even if they were very amateurish. Here, they don't even try to grab viewers' attention. Trust me, half of them sound bored when doing them. Since I'm too paranoid to actually get screen capture software, I'll be showing you youngins an example of these done with a camera.
Hello guys, this is good DeviantART reviewer here. I'm going to do a critique on the grant on June 21. Why? He's a freaking furry. And it's not good. Furries are not good. They're never good. They're never, ever, 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 ever good. You draw anthropomorphic characters. And you did a terrible ass job. They're also very, very sexist. And they are also very cringeworthy. And
totally thrilling entertainment.
Yeah.
For the heck of it, I am going to be bringing up some of the people who either stopped doing DA rants altogether, or rarely post them now. Two major examples are the Phantom Menace, I sound like a fanboy of him in this video, and Deviant Cringe. Menace left because he didn't have as much fun doing those videos anymore, him noticing DA won't listen, and his atrocious following. The bad following he has is still tied to him to this very day. His viewer base got so brain dead that he closed both his DeviantArt and Discord servers. If I had a fanbase near the toxicity of his, I'd pretty much just go and disable comments altogether. Deviant Cringe is someone I already talked about before, but there is some more details I should bring up. He still technically does DA videos, but they are much less frequent. Also, a major quality drop is noticeable as he has become more of a cartoon drone now, so the username barely holds any water. I must admit that I bet he would have lowered the amount of DA rants even if he wasn't hacked. It had become a monotonous task anyway. I admit, his videos are better than looking at some child's ugly desktop when doing a video, like, no one wants to fucking see your eye-gouging desktop for fuck's sake. Still, his obsession with cartoons started to influence how the DA videos went, which is a bad sign. I actually wouldn't mind if he quit them, but his channel would still be soulless trash and view bait. There are plenty more DA ranters who have quit, but most left for a similar reason to fandom menaces. Now naturally, you guys were expecting me to touch on Sav draws. Well, here you go. I don't think you should steal more snacks from vending machines though. Hashtag don't be a gluten. Sav has got to be one of the most repetitive and annoying channels I've ever seen the DA ranting fad. There are tons of them, but people like her have this very special word that they use to describe anything that remotely uses the colors black or purple. Edgy. Well crap, I guess characters like Fear, Mickey Mouse, Daffy Duck, and even Barney the Dinosaur are edgy. Same if you have black hair. Real talk. Certain colors don't make a thing the personality does. And I feel a character can really only be deemed if the entire character is just depressed and crap. She even has a tendency to shout the word when a character doesn't even fit in the line of the actual definition. This comment describes the whole thing better than I ever could. Because I need something to pad out the video, here's a montage of Sav saying that one word. Keep in mind that this isn't every instance. If you want that, there will be a link in the description.
Edgy, edgy, which screams edginess. Edgy, an edgy character, edge of the edgy character. Oh, this edgy hedgehog. That's so edgy. So edgy. It's not edgy. Edgy. Oh, edgy. Oh, the edge is real. Oh, look at the edge. The OC's edgy. Bam! Edge. And no, I don't have another word for edge.
No wonder your videos suck ass. So now it's time for my final verdict on the thing. Do what you want when it comes to DA rants, but I would highly suggest you put your criticisms before insults. Be aggressive if you please, but don't try to make yourself look too much like a lunatic asshole. Also, stop using the word edgy so much. This buzzword has tainted a good deal of the community. This has been what I think of the DA ranting community. This is BracketNeutron signing off, and now I must end the video by putting some stupid quotes in.
When you have an animated movie, you're supposed to make it appeal to both kids and adults.
Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 has got to be the best game ever.
I'm a magic critic. Stop thinking about the backstory of Neil Parker Jr. and he takes criticism in this year.
I was the person who invented the idea of joke commentaries. Human intelligence levels are skyrocketing.